Welcome to Nostalgia at Night Reviews. Today we're going to be reviewing the Big Little Book, Road to Perdition, based on the film by Sam Mendes of the same title. The movie was published in 2012, and this was also published in 2012 by DreamWorks. Essentially, this was used as a promotional piece, and if we look at it a little bit closer here, screenplay by David Self, and essentially this is a Big Little Book, which were popular in the early 1900s, going up all the way until this book, which is the last published Big Little Book. And then it was actually even designed to look weathered, like most Big Little Books are today. You can see how it's intentionally made to look beaten up. So this is definitely a modern artifact that is a throwback to Big Little Books. Let's open up to the first page here, the title page. Okay, so as you go through this, you see the title page. You can definitely see that this is a screenplay, just funneled into the format of a Big Little Book. The dimensions of this Big Little Book is 3x4, and this runs about 260 pages. So the characteristic of a Big Little Book in general is that it's kind of a snub-nosed, short, dense text that is made for easy reading, and you can see the font size is fairly legible. And throughout here, it's nice that you can see some of the scenes that are actually from the film. And this is kind of a noirish. And if you haven't seen Road to Perdition, I definitely recommend it. This is it's a very rich, immersive experience, especially for that time period. You don't get many of those. You get a lot of the stereotypes, but this actually has a lot of detail that's been put into it. And so this is just an interesting pop culture artifact that was used as a promotional piece. That's currently out of print, but though you can find the copies of these online. Bud's Art Books, for example, they have a couple copies for sale for $20, or they did. Who knows by the time that this releases, whether or not they'll be still there. But it's just a fun little piece. I'm not one for playwright reading the screenplays, but if this is something that would be of interest to you, just as a nice keepsake rather than an actual something you'd want to sit down and read, I would definitely recommend and sit down watching this movie. Tom Hanks is a mob hitman. He's very good at what he does, essentially, and his nickname is actually the Angel of Death, and he plays opposite of Jude Law, who is on his tail to snuff him and the rest of his family out. And so yes, this is just an interesting pop culture artifact I thought I would share with you guys. Please leave any comments or suggestions as to what you would like reviewed in the future. Again, this is the Road to Perdition Big Little Book.